Hey, what's up guys, this is CraftyFoxe, and welcome to the 13th update of my realistic creative server, Foxshot. Now, here's a big announcement that we have changed the server IP address, so if you log in the old one, it won't work, so you have to go on the new one, because the old server, it just was not a good host, and the server just shut down randomly, so I decided to move to another server. So anyways guys, let's go check out the rest of the server. So this is WarFubuki, and it's built by Subby, Ben the builder, and a few other people, and this is like a port town. It's actually on the downtown river. We just moved it earlier today, and yeah, you might have seen part of this before, but there are some new ships. I think this is pretty new. And we also have this, I think it's like a galleon, like a sailing boat. And right here we have a little tiny boat. No idea what that is though. Is that a fishing line? I don't know. Yeah, and they're having some looks like a moat around this bridge, but it is Dutch, I think, because there's a bunch of these Netherlands flags, and that looks like a tiny ship. And right over here they have like a little anchor monument, so this really is like a sea town, I guess. And what does that say right here? Yeah, the town's, it's literally just called the town's monument. And right over here is a railroad crossing with the train. This is by Subby, and he made this. So let's go to the next warp. Let's go to Warp Harbor. So this is Warp Harbor, and by Chris Board, he made this spawn area, and these are all the different ships that we have. Go take a look at that, and here's a map. You can see we have a lot of different ships, a lot of military ships, but we also do have some cruise liners like over here. And here we just imported some of Chris Board ships that he built before, like the Arleigh Burke, and I think this is Independence, I'm not sure. And this is the SS United States, and this is by Daylight, and he decided to build this huge ship, and it goes along all the way back. That looks like a little tennis court in the back, but this is at Warp Harbor, so this is going to be where the waterline, the coastline is, I mean, and then we're going to have like a bunch of ports here. But we only have one pier so far, which I could show you later. And here's another ship that Daylight made. And it's one of these freighters for like the Great Lakes, I think. And we got a couple tugboats. And that tugboat's made by Chris Board. A couple more ships. Here is the Fubuki, which we'll see later in the update. I have another place that I put it in. And this is like Iowa battleship. Here is the, I think it is the Titanic. This is by Daylight and Chris Board, and then this Titanic is by Subby, so he just wanted to make his own. But they are a different scale, as you can see. And yeah, that's the progress so far. Let me just turn up my speed to make it a little more faster. Pretty sure you saw this before. And over here, this is Chris Board's aircraft carrier. It's like, I think it's a Nimitz, and it's just the aircraft carrier. He says he's gonna do interior next. So yeah, this is what it looks like so far. And right over here is the HMS Arco Royal, I think. Arc Royal? Like a British carrier, I think that's what it is. And right here, I don't know what this ship is, but it doesn't look like it has a bridge. Alright, so here, oh, this one's by Subby. So Subby's making that, and that's why it was in Warp Subby. Some more sailing ships. And if we go over here, we're gonna reach the pier. So this is like the dock area that I'm making. Like, these are all like the support beams and the structure behind it. And here's like one of the piers. And I need to fill that in with water. But here is one of my completed ships in a long time. This is Hayabusa patrol boat from the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force, and yeah, this is my first ship. First ship for years, so I'm really glad how it came out, and maybe I could make more ships like this in the future. I may have a tutorial on this on the Minecraft Military Force channel. So let's go to our next warp. Let's go to Warp Dewhill, and this is a stadium that Dewhill built, and this is a stadium that Dewhill built, and it's quite amazing that we have like a stadium this big. And I think it is a soccer stadium. They may need to be more lighting here because it's kind of dark around this roof area. But this is pretty cool to have on your server, like a huge stadium like this. We used to have a different stadium made by another person, but I think they deleted it, so I guess this can replace it. And this place is actually quite close to Meeper's Amtrak Railroad, I believe, that goes to like Beacon. And let's see where this. Let's go this way. So if you keep going down here, this is like where Meeper has some Amtrak trains. And I don't know why that one. I believe that might be like some sort of a heritage one, or maybe even a different railroad. I don't know, but he just stores some locomotives there. And here is by GSE, aka Anna. So she made the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Company passenger car works. Okay. So yeah, this is like based on real life in Maryland, I believe. And we have a bunch of numbers here, and these doors for the trains to get in. If you're a person, I guess you go in here. And this is a couple of things. So this is another train museum, and it's pretty new. And we have a bunch of her trains that she designed, and this looks like a giant engine or like a generator. I don't know if it's for the building or it's part of the exhibit, but yeah. Some Amtrak, looks like F40s. Alright, so let's get out of here. And if we go down the line even more, you're going to end up where Meeper has another station. And that will be Beacon. So Beacon's right next door to this place. Alright, so let's go to WarFubuki, if I could spell that right. Alright, so here is WarFubuki, and it's going to be our Minecraft military museum. And I wanted to build this place just because I have like this old World War II ship that Daylight made. I felt like I needed like a real home, so I decided to make this. And this is kind of based off where I think the USS Kidd is located in real life, so that's why the landmarks are pretty similar. And we actually do have USS Kidd right over here, and this is by Chris Board. So here's this military ship, and we even have some I don't know what to call these, but these stands to like keep the ship from going away. And we do have like this nice bridge to connect everything. And we're gonna develop this area. Hopefully we're gonna make it more exhibits, because we do have like one of these random planes. I believe this is by ESG. Like I just took his one of his airplanes. I think is a F-16, and I just put it on a stand because that's what it kind of looks like in real life. And there also will be a railroad running down here, as it does in real life, but it doesn't have like this switch. But maybe I can make it a little more original. So yeah, let's go to the next warp. Let's go to Warp Singapore. So this is Warp Singapore, and like they tell me, last time Creeper made an Apple store, so apparently I missed that. So let's go over there. I mean, we went over this already, but just in case you haven't seen it, this is what it looks like. And if we go here, this is where the Kyoto station is, and that's in English. which is good. We got some bollards in there for protection. Oh, here's a Starbucks. I'm surprised they even got the map for this. That must have taken like 4 maps, put them together, and there also is like a random hole. That's what I noticed. A lot of people, they just like to make holes with like a pipeline, and usually like something's leaking. Alright, so here is the Apple Store. I think, yeah, this pretty much looks like a real life Apple Store because they always have these tables and like the white floor, I guess. And they got these MacBooks you can try out. I guess these are phones. And you got the Genius Desk, maybe? I don't know. Some random table, some more, I guess, iPads, different colors, accessories. And yeah, this is just your Apple Store in it. What is this downstairs area? Is this like a totally different building? I don't know. This reminds me a lot of like a hotel. And I guess this part's not yet completed yet. But yeah, that's pretty cool to have like a little basement area. And yeah, let's go to the next warp. Let's go to warp Elixir. So Elixir, or I like to call him Elixir, this is a green elevator based off the one in, did I say Jackson? Yeah, Jacksonville, Illinois. So yeah, this is his place. I actually showed this before, but I think this is pretty new where he added like this curve track, and then he actually has curved rail cars, so that's pretty cool how it like it turns like that. That's amazing, and actually looks pretty natural. Well, maybe not not that natural, but like pretty smooth at least. Maybe in real life like this, it wouldn't be as curved, it would be more straight, but it's still pretty cool. And then he has also the same thing over here, like how the train curves. So if the train was like more fluid, that's what it would look like. And yeah, I guess these are like the grain elevators, I guess. And over here, use a truck. And we have these 4 wide trucks. Please build your trucks 4 wide if you're building these big rigs like that. So let's go to our next warp. Let's go to warp downtown. So I did change up downtown a bit. I made the roads a lot more cleaner for me, and I divided them up to make it more grid-like. So I kind of rearranged how downtown looks like, adding more traffic lights, and here's some construction. You can actually find a tunnel if you go down here, and it's kind of like an abandoned train subway station. This is by phase. And if you go down here, you get the whole subway experience. And what are these random holes? Okay, I guess this goes to where the station is. And yeah, it's pretty dark. It's a good place to explore in the urban city. I just rearranged some of these buildings. And this actually might be new because I haven't seen this before. And go over here. And here's where I did my bus stop tutorial video. If you guys watched that, here's a SBS select bus service bus stop, and I add some other buses. So maybe I'll have some bus lines running through, and here it's like reminiscent of the old spawn area where we had the construction site. So I add that back in. Although I think it does need a revamp because, well, one thing, that thing's like sinking in the ground. And also the trucks are 3 blocks wide. We need to make that 4 blocks wide. So yeah, that is it for downtown. Let's go to Warp ESG. Now ESG, he has his own YouTube channel. So if you guys want to check it out, it's just called ESG Productions with like an underscore between the G and the P. And it says, welcome to this place. And basically he just added a ton of stuff from his personal world. And this is like his Navy base. And yeah, he's from Australia, and he built like all these ships. It's an aircraft carrier. And if you're wondering what these hoppers are, they're called eyelids, I think, or something like that. where you like hook onto the deck with the ropes. So yeah, that's what it is. And here you can see various military ships, mainly American, I think, like these destroyers, and we even got some nice crates. It looks pretty busy, so this is like a really cool Navy base that you can check out. And over here, here's another pier. I guess you can add another ship here, and there should be even more if we go down the dock, because there's a bunch of piers for this. And here's like an Antonio, I think San Antonio, for transport dock maybe. I'm not sure of that name. Here's another carrier. And next we have, it looks like some destroyers. And that's another destroyer, I think. So a bunch of Arleigh Burkes. And here it looks like another San Antonio, I think. Yeah, but flip the other way, and that is pretty close to the ship. But maybe it can do that. Yeah, here's another one. So it's pretty cool in military. Alright, so if you keep on going down, here's some architecture building. And here is, it looks to be one of these helicarriers, like amphibious assault ships, along with the Navy ship, the Mercy, I think. And this is like a hospital ship to treat the wounded and the sick. And that's pretty nice, because you don't want just one type of ship or two types. You want like all kinds of ships. Maybe we can add even more like auxiliary. Alright, so that is not even it for Warp ESG. There's actually more stuff if we keep on going. So over here is his port area, and it was just amazing how much stuff that he has. This is like, I don't know, some random ship, but we do have like this looks like a truck loading dock area. Got cranes. And the cranes over there, he actually followed my tutorial video, which I did a while for, and he like requested me to make like a gantry crane. So yeah, that's what I had right here. And over here we have some more. This is like a cargo container ship, so that's pretty nice to have. And we do have another one of these, but they are really huge by bulk, and this is good because you can actually have a lot of them, and they fit under this type of crane. And right next to the port is actually a rail yard. So he does also build trains in addition to military stuff, and this all should connect to like a rail yard over there, which is huge. Like we have, I think I import like 3 or 4 like giant builds of his, just to like all piece it all together, because he sort of has his own world. And this is not even the whole thing, because he has like another town that I have to show you guys. So if we keep following this down, it's gonna take us a while. At this part, I think we can like fill it up a bit more, but this is this rail yard. So he actually has trains from like Unstoppable right over here, like so. Go on, check it out. Although I think it's his locomotive's like a block shorter than mine though, so that's why it looks kind of different, and also totally different design. So that's how he would make it. And he has some Maersk locomotives, the V-line, since he's from Australia, I guess. And it's like a freight yard, I'm pretty sure. I don't see no passenger trains. And I think you could like add some more, even more like rail cars just to fill this in, because a lot of these tracks are empty. And he also does have like this area for storing these locomotives. And I'm not quite sure if I actually covered this in the other update though, but I'm just gonna cover it just in case. Here's like the start of his town, I think. So yeah, in addition to this rail yard, he imported a town which is next door, and it's just so huge. So yeah, just in case you haven't seen this, this is what ESG's town looks like in relation to that rail yard, and it's just amazing how like he has an entire town that he built, and that's pretty amazing to see. So this is ESG2, and he also made this airfield area. He has a bunch of helicopters, some hangar bays, and this part of the map is just like his the northern part of the server, and he also imported this port area. Now this is like a different kind of port, I think, because it has like some oil refineries and some smaller ships. Here it looks like to be some transport docks maybe, and some radio communications tower, just some more warehouses, and this is the type of stuff you'll see like in an industrial part of a city. And then right over here, this is where the other side of the port is. So this is Iraq, and it has changed since the last time that we visited it, and there appears to be like an attack helicopters flying around the town overhead. Here's like one of them downed, and ESG, he did add some more buildings, so I believe that building over there is new, and also this section here is new as well. He added like another row of buildings, and there appears to be one of these MRAPs, and I hope I didn't cover this earlier because I'm pretty sure this is new. And here's like the Minecraft military base. Why am I saying Minecraft military base? And over here he added this new section. So this is actually Osama bin Laden's like compound, and he made a recreation, so we did import that. And this is where like SEAL Team 6, I believe, they infiltrated this place with like 2 helicopters or something like that. And here's some ruins, I guess. And right here some fields, and there is an Amtrak train, which is so weird because the Amtrak is like right next to Iraq, so I guess that's kind of intermixing, but this is actually a continuation of where like Meeper has his rail line going down north to south, and it pretty much goes all the way to Beacon. So this is Warp RGA, and here is RGA the Destroyer, and helped by GSE, which is Anna. So he basically made like a trailer park area right over here, and this is like a main road. I also noticed the cars are going the other direction, so maybe this night might not be even American, but go down past this area. This is where you'll end up in the trailer park area, which I actually never seen in real life, but I know probably this exists. And here's a bunch of trailers, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go to our next warp. Let's go to warp unstop. So this is for my unstoppable animation. You may have seen this part already in part 2, and for part 3 I just made it actually down the line over here. So it's kind of like in the same area, I just made it a bit farther away. So this is where part 3 I filmed this area and got some help from some people like Daylight Hans, Diamond, and this is what the railroad crossing looks like. And you may notice that I don't have the crossing bar, and that's because I need to animate that separately, so I can't just import everything the way it is, because I need movable parts. And here's like some construction inside lot, and this is just like an idea I just had randomly that we need to add like some stuff around this area and make it more populated. We have, this is by Hans, he made this building, and I made this little store. It's actually American Apparel in like Australia. That's what I got when I googled up like an American storefront, and it just showed like a store from Australia, but it was American store, so I guess it's fine. And right here I just put some random houses. I think I took them from like Longview that were floating. And this area is quite close to where I filmed the animation, what is called Stand By Me, the train one. And yeah, let's go to our next warp. Let's go to warp UP set And I just want to go here just in case like you haven't seen this before, because it is a pretty nice area. And even if I did come here, like, it's still pretty nice to look at with the huge mountain area. Maybe I could do something like this in the future. And this is built by mainly by Creeper. He made all this landscape, so this is pretty amazing. Yeah, that is pretty much it for my update on Foxshot. Remember, I did change the IP from last time, so if you guys are logging in the old IP, it won't work, so check out the new IP address. Anyways guys, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button below and subscribe if you haven't already, because I will be uploading more videos like this in the future. And I will see you guys in the next video.